T from thecraftsergeant.com. Thanks for joining me for another video tutorial. And today I have a really fun project for you guys that's not a card. This is a 3D project. It's a pillow box pouch or treat holder. This is what I'm calling it. And I think it's so stinking adorable. It's using some of our products out of the new 2019 holiday catalog. So a lot of fun. And because Halloween is right around the corner, I decided to use up some of my Monster Bash Designer Series paper that I have in my stash. So what a great way to use up your paper. Okay, so I'm going to share with you guys what supplies I use to create this really fun project that can be used for all different kinds of occasions. And I'm going to give you step-by-step instructions on how to create it. So stay tuned. All right, so the first thing that I used on this project was the Wonderfully Wicked stamp set. And here it is. It's a cling rubber stamp. As you can see, there are a total of 9 adorable stamps. I call them adorable, even though I think the bat is creepy and the spider and the web are they just give me EBGBs. The cat is cute, but it is an adorable stamp set when you use it on your projects. And there's so many different things that you can do with it. I also love the fact that you can interchange the sentiments. So we have a Happy Halloween. You can have a Wicked Happy Halloween. You can have a Wicked Halloween. You can have a Wicked Celebration, a Wicked Good Time. And another cool thing about this stamp set is that there are coordinating dies that go with it. And here they are. It's called the Wicked die. So there's the word Wicked, and then there's this adorable little spider there. And when you purchase them together, you can save 10% by purchasing them as a bundle. Now you can find that stamp set and the die set on page 55 of our holiday catalog, as you can see here. And there are some really cute samples. Y'all see that? And then on this page, I'm going to show you guys the designer series paper. So I'm using a piece of the Monster Bash designer series paper. As you can see here, it's the one with the Dracula's castle. Mwahaha, right? And so basically, this comes in a pack of 12 sheets. You get 2 each of 6 double-sided designs, which is really fun. How cute are those papers? Oh, so adorable. So we're going to be using that to create our pillow box. Then we're going to use a piece of Daffodil Delight and a piece of Whisper White to stamp our images and to punch them out or cut them out. I'm using Memento Tuxedo Black ink. I'm using some glittered organdy ribbon. It's gorgeous. I love it. It's sheer, it's black, and it has sparkle. Y'all know I love sparkle. For my punching, I'm using my 2-inch punch and my 2 1/4 inch punch. And then to cut out this oval for the handle, I'm using one of the ovals from the Stitched Shapes dies, okay? So that is something that you're going to need, either your Big Shot or your die cutting machine in order to get that effect that you see there. Or you can leave it as is, but I mean, this is cute. This is how I created this box. All right, so now that you guys know what I'm going to be using on this project, let me share with you how I created the box initially. So we don't have a die that's that cuts out a pillow box. We used to, but it retired. So what I decided to do was I used one of our actual pillow boxes. You can actually buy a pack of these in our annual catalog. And I took one and I took it apart. And so I'm going to use that as my template, okay? What I also did, instead of having to cut up another box, I decided to take a piece of vellum and I measured it out against one side of the pillow box, and I cut out the part where it is scored. So that way I can get the piece that you can bend in just like that to create the pillow portion of the box. So I just created a template for that out of vellum as well, okay? So those are the 2 things that I'm going to use. And what I do is I have a little book of templates and I keep this and I store it in there. So what you're going to do, or what I did, was I just lined up my pillow box template. Now this sheet of DSP, I cut my 12 by 12 at 6 1/4 inches. And basically you can get 2 of these pillow boxes, especially if it's directional. You can actually get more than that, but if you do it in the if you have directional paper, I was able to get 2 out of that one sheet. Okay, so this is just the leftover piece. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pillow box and I'm going to trace it out onto my paper. just like this. So I'm just going to trace the outline. You don't need the notches. You don't need the notches there. You can use one of your little circle punches for the notches. But because we're going to be cutting out the oval shape, we're not going to need it. So all I did was I just traced this little guy along the edge. Okay, just like that. And then on one part of the template, you'll see that there is this little 1/4 inch flap here. So what I did was I annotated. You don't have to do this. This is optional. You can just probably eyeball it on your trimmer. But I just put a little dot there to kind of annotate that's where my where that score line is gonna go. Okay, so then I'm going to cut this little guy out. All the way around, just cut off the excess. There we go. All right, so there we go. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to take my piece of vellum template and I'm going to take my pick tool, and there is the end that has the balls on it. I'm going to take that and use that to create that score line, so it's easier for me to fold. So I'm just going to line this little guy up and just trace where that line stops, that outer edge. And I'm going to do that on both sides. Actually, you probably can just do this on one, now that I think about it. Sorry, guys. You don't have to do it on both sides, but out of habit, I'm doing it out of both. Okay. All right. So now that you have done that, I'm going to set this to the side. I'm going to pull in my brand new paper trimmer. I love this thing. So Stampin' Up! Just came out with their brand new paper trimmer, and I love it. So I am going to take my scoring tool, and we're going to score that 1/4 inch strip on that end. And then we're going to line up the centers of this box. And we're going to score that as well, just like that. So now we have all of our score lines. And then you're going to fold and burnish all of those lines. Just like that. All right. So now before we begin to put our box together, what you're going to want to do at this point is cut out your oval. So I'm going to take my oval die and I'm going to place it on one side, just like that. Take a little bit of washi tape. You don't want to put it too far up because then your handle will be too thin and it might rip. So I'm just going to take a piece of washi tape and just place it where I want. And I'm going to run this through my machine and I'll be right back. All right, so I am back. Here we go. All right. So this is my little oval part, okay? And now what I'm going to do is I am going to take some of my liquid glue, or you can take tearing tape. It just depends on what you want to use. But I'm going to just apply a little bit of that glue right here on the edge, that 1/4 inch strip. And I'm going to close up my box just like that. All right. So while that is drying, I am going to sit this to the side. Oh, there's a little bit of extra on that side. That's okay though. I'm going to sit this to the side, and now we're going to do our stamping and our punching. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my bat and I'm going to stamp them in Memento Black ink. Just like that. And then I'm going to punch out a 2-inch circle. And we're going to ink up our Happy Halloween stamp. Stamp that like right in the center, just like that. And that's all of our stamping that we're going to do. And then I'm going to take my 2 1/4 inch circle punch, and I'm going to punch out some basic black, which I forgot to mention. Got to tell you guys, you need some basic black in there. That's okay. All right, and then we're going to glue our Daffodil Delight circle down onto our basic black circle. And I know this is a little slightly different from the one that you see here, and that's because my Daffodil Delight circle uses a smaller punch that I had in my stash. And I didn't realize that it was retired. So I wanted to make sure that you guys can use all current stuff. But if you have a 1/4 inch circle and punch in your stash, you can use that too. You can use any kind of circle you want, actually. I just didn't want to use my retired one. And now what you're going to need is dimensionals. I was looking for my dimensionals. So we're going to place the dimensionals on the back side of this circle. Just like that. And we're going to leave that to the side for now. We're going to take our paper snips and we're going to cut out this little bat. All right, so now that we've done that, we're going to take our dimensional and we're going to place our bat onto our circles. So now what we're going to do is we're going to check to see which side has the seam, and we want our seam to be facing the back. And so we're going to go ahead and stick our circle down to our pillow box here, just like that. And then we're going to pop this little guy right on up, and carefully using those score lines that we created from our template, we're going to press inward. And if you want to put a little bit of adhesive on the bottom, you can, but you don't have to. I'm going to use my bone folder, take it in here to kind of make it form a little bit better. Okay. And then what you do is you fill it with your candies. So I'm going to take a couple of my candies out of this one. Put it in this little guy. There we go, so we can stand them up. Okay. And then we're going to take some of our organdy ribbon. So I'm going to take about 10 inches, 10 to 12 inches of ribbon. And you're going to tie this little guy around the handle, just like that. So this is our cute little treat pouch. How adorable. Isn't it cute? All right, so here are our finished projects. Aren't they cute? So adorable. Oh my goodness. What do you guys think? I love them. And like, I mentioned you can use these, create these for any kind of occasion. They are great for that. You can use them as gifts, teacher gifts, party favors, Halloween treats, all kinds of different things. All you have to do is just substitute the designer series paper for anything that you have in your stash. And you can design them and tweak them however you want, which is really, really, really awesome. I love this project. It's really fun. And it's really easy. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed creating with me today. If you liked this video and today's project, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. I also have linked in the description box a couple of things for you. First, there will be a blog post that has details regarding today's project with measurements and all that good kind of stuff over there on my website, thecraftsergeant.com. You will also find links down below for all of the supplies that I used on today's project. So if you would like to purchase anything that you saw today, you can do that. You can shop with me anytime, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. My store is always open. Also, don't forget, if you do shop with me, to use the host code if your order is less than $150. If it's more than $150 before shipping and tax, then you qualify for Stampin' Rewards, which I don't want you guys to miss out on. But other than that, that's all I got for you guys for now. So see you next time. Thanks for watching and happy stamping.